Alright, Mr. Jacobi, I want you to tell everyone your story.
So you might as well eat the marshmallow.
But I can go eat a cookie.
Alright, Mr. Jacobi, I want you to tell everyone about why you hate marshmallows.
Why do I hate marshmallows? I don't hate marshmallows.
It's because they're sticky.
They're sticky.
I dislike roasted marshmallows.
Sorry, it's just that they can't see your face and they're just trying to like not blind you.
It's like messy all over his face.
Roasted marshmallows because they're sticky and they get over your face and your hands. And then you have to rub your hands in the dirt.
He doesn't like marshmallows.
I like marshmallows. And by the way, if you can honestly tell me that a fire roasted marshmallow is better than Rice Krispie treats, that is a lie. Exactly.
But you like little cats?
No, I don't like that.
Or children. You just said you like. All right. Why do you not like cats?
No, I said, because you said I wouldn't do anything to a kid, and I was agreeing with you, and I said I will spare a kitten's life so that I can grow into a full-grown cat. At which point I will then put him back in the room.
Oh my God, Mr. Jacobi.
Mr. Jacobi, that is horrible.
All right, Mr. Jacobi, what do you have against cats? What about children?
Okay.
I asked this.
You want to know? It's gonna bring up a sensitive subject.
Okay.
I might cry. A tear might come from my eye.
Great.
Okay?
I want to see you
When
cry.
I was okay. I am my mom's first born son, and she quit being a teacher to raise me until I was old enough to go to kindergarten. And on my first day that I went to kindergarten, like all of you did, crying and wanting my mom.
I
yeah,
did
you
not.
did. Quit lying. You're not that tough. I've seen you all try to cook spaghetti in the wilderness. No, I just did. My first day of school, I leave my mom, I leave the nest and the safety of my mother, and I go to kindergarten for half a day. But when I come home, what do I find but a mom with a scratch across her face?
Oh
What
my
happened?
God! Like we believe
cat,
this lies.
A cat scratched my mother while I wasn't there to protect her because I was at kindergarten.
Guys, okay.
Did you just sell cats?
All right.
What do I have against children?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're a teacher.
How do you hate
They
children?
Everyone be quiet so they can actually hear him.
They will take everything that you have from you. I'm talking sleep, I'm talking love, I'm talking money, I'm talking effort, I'm talking everything. They will suck it
why you give
from
the
you.
sacrifice.
They will suck it from you, and then you know what they'll do to you?
for the rest of your life.
They'll ask you to read between the lines. Is what they'll do. They won't even say thank you. They won't even say I love you. They'll say, screw you, mom and dad. You don't know what's going on.
That's a little exaggerated, don't you think?
I'm the most polite child.
Never been grounded except for once.
Ethan Jackson, Ethan Jackson will turn on his family. It'll happen one day.
I'm a polite child. I always say thank you. I always tell my mom that I love her, not my dad.
You know,
Because
So let me ask you all this. Since you took my class last year, most of you, and if you didn't, you took Ben's and would be the same thing. We talked about Buddhism, and we said that Buddhists must act right, speak right, and think right. Let me ask you all if you don't think wrong about your family sometime. I have heard some of you talk not nicely about adults on this trip already today.
True.
Yeah. So don't stand here and lecture me about how polite you are and how nice you are. Just because your parents don't catch you doing it, or because your parents don't hear you thinking it, doesn't mean that you're a kid once. And I was a horrible kid. I made my mom cry.
there's other people at this campsite.
No, guys.
I made my mother cry. I was a horrible kid because my parents were awesome, good people, and they raised a horrible kid, aka me.
wait, so you're a horrible person.
I was. Keyword there was. Kid. Now I'm awesome.
So you're horrible.
Now I'm magnificent, tramp, master of my own universe.
Okay.
So, if I have a kid, karma will come back, and it will make me pay 20 times for what I did to my parents, which pretty much means that my kid will kill me. Yes. Every time.
Okay, you can
Psychology right here. Do you need to lay down?
Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I dislike children sacrifice and I give to him. So why? I just told you. Because I get 130 of you every year that I give to love and sacrifice.
Be quiet.
Why would you want that if
And
you
there's
don't even like
why do I need to have kids? There's 8 million orphaned African babies I could adopt. Why do I need to make my own kid? There's students that need more love in my classroom than they're ever going to get from my parents. So why do I need to have my own kid to somehow prove that I'm human? I can be just as good of a human being by being an awesome teacher. Okay, apparently some of you are not good at picking up on sarcasm. I now get why I'm not supposed to use sarcasm.
I'm a good kid, though.
See, you hear the tone? That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
not a bad kid.
All right, guys, I have a question.
To my mommy, I love it.
No kid could be worse than my dad.
This is question time with Jacobi.
Is
Yeah,
this like
guys, no, vlog.
Yeah, like the camera, spotlight.
All right, guys.
camera in like 5 minutes?
Childhood at the age of a teenager.
Interesting.
Like what ages is vastly different between the ages of
Okay,
like
I'm
13
talking
and
about
19?
13
Like
to 15.
our age.
Okay.
13 to 15.
You hate 13 to 15-year-olds?
Okay, so I keep. By the way, I apologize because I keep thinking you're 7th graders because I feel like we were just continuing last year. I realize I did. So when I was slightly younger than y'all, when I was in 7th grade, every single kid from my elementary school, except for 4 people, myself, Robin Hesser, Reagan Huey, and Freddie Santiago.
Huey? I don't know him.
You don't. Reagan Huey was awesome. He was a super fat kid that was so good at He kicked a soccer ball into my groin one time, and I was pretty sure I wasn't going to have kids. And that's when I started to hate kids, because I knew I couldn't have them. It was more of an anger of not being able to. Yeah. So, anyways, so those 3 people and myself were the only people that went to my middle school from. Went to my middle school from elementary school. So I started 7th grade with 0 friends, braces, a big gap, which I still have because I didn't wear my retainer. My hair looked like a toupee. I was 6 foot tall and like skinnier than Trace. In elementary school, I had a lot of friends, but when I got to 7th grade, it was like a complete like 180. I went from having a lot of friends in elementary school to having 0 friends in middle school, and I absolutely hated 7th grade. So, does that answer your question?
Is that why you're a 7th grade?
Yeah.
Well, is this your question?
Hold on, it's Tig's turn now.
The reason why I'm a 7th grade teacher is because I got the job. I originally what I wanted to do is I wanted to be like Miss Rippy and be a counselor and help kids.
But they didn't.
Is that a good question?
No.
Alright.
Better question.
It's a good answer.
But you weren't capable of being a counselor.
No. So when I was in high school, this will continue to answer Braden's question. So I guess we'll do that.
I answer back. Okay, guys.
So in high school, I got really depressed my senior year, and so I didn't. All that depression stuff that goes with being depressed. And so when I got better, I was like, I want to make sure that that doesn't happen, because like the only reason why I graduated high school was because I had a really good counselor and I had one really good teacher that made sure that I graduated. So I was like, okay, I can be a counselor and I can listen to people and it'll be good and that'll be fun and I can help kids. And then I realized I should probably get to know kids in the school first, so I'll become a teacher, because both of my parents are teachers, so that was going to happen anyways. So I became a teacher, and then I realized I don't want to be a counselor because I see the stuff that Miss Rippy does, and it's awesome. Are you there, Alicia? But
I
think you could write a book.
terrified of you becoming a counselor.
Pretty sure you could.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being a counselor at all. My thoughts.
But the problem is like the counselor I had in my head, or at least the way they function in my school, is not the way that Miss Rippy functions. And she does an awesome job and she does lots of cool things, but the way that she's utilized at our school is not the way I'd want to be a counselor. So, where are we going with this? Why did I become a teacher?
If you
A
had
7th grade teacher?
Yeah.
Originally I wanted to be a high school teacher, like I just said. And it's just so hard to get a social studies job when you have no experience. So I just came in and they offered me the job and I was like, okay. And I heard like 7th grade was horrible. And then I found out that 7th grade is like the best kept secret. Like everyone thinks it's horrible, and it's just really fun because you all are so weird and you have no idea what's going on. Like you're like one day you wake up and you're like, "Hi, I'm Christian Chen," and the next day it's like, "Hi, I'm Christian Chen." Why?
Is that accurate, Christian?
That makes me feel so
That's
much
actually
better.
horrible, but except for remember the Elbert.
All right, Mr. Jacobi, say goodbye to the camera.
Goodbye.
And that is his story. I'm eating another cookie. Oh my god, it was a fly.